let's talk about Death Note. It spawned from a manga, became an anime, three live-action movies, a novel, and even so many merchandising. It's not even funny. It's and for good reason. It is by far my favorite anime, just because of its depth and creativity, and the fact that, like V for Vendetta, it's up to the viewer to decide who the protagonist and the antagonist are, respectively. It's about a college student, law, someone studying law, as a matter of fact, finding a book dropped by the gods of death called the Death Note. And it has a series of rules to it, which are very intricate and impressive in their intricacy, leading me to believe that the creator of the series was clearly a genius. But basically, the foremost rule: the person whose name is written down in the Death Note will die. And there's all sorts of other rules, like if just their name is written down, they will die of a heart attack 40 seconds later. Their face has to be in mind when writing down the name to prevent people with the same name from dying. Let's see. If in those first 40 seconds you write down the cause of death, you have another 6 minutes and 40 seconds to write down the details, and then they will die by that cause. And it's just really interesting. The person who holds it can see the Shinigami. Person whose name is written in it, they cannot, when they die, they will not go to heaven or hell. They will just go to nothingness. They will no longer exist. Anyway, person who finds this, Light Yagami, he takes it upon himself to use this book to rid the world of criminals. First thing he does is he looks up the worst criminals in the world, the real infamous ones, writes their names down, and they die. Then he starts going through the other ones. He looks at the news. He does all this. He starts just killing all the criminals. And pretty much the case catches the attention of the police. They notice the pattern. And then it catches the attention of a person named L, a genius detective who I, as a person with Asperger's, personally diagnose as having Asperger's himself. He's a very non-social, very eccentric character, but he is a genius. And he pretty much he solves cases which baffle everyone else. And so pretty much it's up to the viewer to decide, is Kira, that's what he calls himself, that's his alias, Light's alias, is Kira the good guy or the bad guy? Is L the good guy or the bad guy for trying to stop him? I mean, they say right in it that Light's actions have caused a 70% drop in crime and the cessation of all wars. But he is killing people. And eventually, as time goes on, he starts killing innocent people who try to stop him. And he views himself as a god. Now, if he hadn't... Personally, I myself view Kira as a potential hero. I believe that if he didn't start killing innocents, the means would justify the end. In that he is making the world a better place, even if he is only doing it to make himself a quote-unquote god. Similar to what I had previously thought of the Iraq War. We may be over there only for oil, but we are saving lives. No longer feel that way because apparently those people don't feel like being saved. Whatever. Screw them. But, yeah, and you'll see it back and forth. It's especially prevalent, him going way out there in the live-action movies. He actually kills his own girlfriend just to throw the trail off of himself. And that's at that point that I'd pretty much say, yeah, he's pretty much completely lost his path. But for a little bit there, I view him as the outright hero. I have a character similar in my video, which you will find in my comic and anime playlist. the storyline is evil for the right reason. Pretty much what he should have done, the proper way to do things, is to realize that what he's doing is wrong. But he is making a positive impact on the world. So instead of viewing himself as a god, he should view that even after he's done ridding all the world of all the criminals, there will still be one criminal left, him. So maybe he should not stop what he's doing, but he should view it a different way, and definitely not kill innocents on the journey. That is my view on it. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't even heard of it, look it up for sure. It's a really, really good anime. The guy who created it is just simply a genius. No kidding. So check it out. Death Note.